Hello. It's a surprise because it's June and I didn't think I was going to be running anything, but here we are. You may be thinking Stellar Conflict 11. What is going on here? We have pitched it. Our idea was that the first 10 sessions of Stellar Conflict, and if you're thinking to yourself, what's going on here? There are 10 other YouTube videos that are previous sessions with this group. This is Star Wars Saturday's game. It's for the open hearth community. And we pitched that the first 10 sessions were the first season of Firefly in a Star Wars-y kind of vibe. And that these 3 sessions that we'll be playing are kind of our Serenity movie. So it's going to be like a 3-parter that we all attached together to be a movie. I don't know. Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll just be 3 mega episodes, like a mini series after a series that was canceled, like the Peacekeeper Wars. If you want to go Farscape, and who wouldn't want to go Farscape? I'll hear no bad words about Farscape on this game. I will dock you XP if you diss on Farscape. So that is the idea. We had some cool epilogues for everyone, and I want to hold to those and not I don't want to like wipe them away or retcon them. Use some comic book terminology. That's right. Old school D&D vampire level drains. That's what I'm. It's it. It's like Yu Zhongfang or whatever they're called. What is it? Help me out, Cody. What are they called again?
There's a bunch of stuff that'll drain XP.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
they're
need to
like
get into it.
the like weird tendril nostril dudes that like drain brains and
Oh,
are
the
part of
illithid? Come
XP.
on, bro. Come on. Mind
Not the
flayers?
no, I'm talking Star Wars. I'm talking about the Yu Vang or something like that were part of the expanded universe Legends canon.
Yes. Yes, the
Is it
Yuzon
Yuzhong
Vong.
Vang? Yuzhong Vang.
Yeah, they
Okay, I knew I
use
was saying it
something.
wrong. Yeah,
Mm.
crazy. Not like that at all. Back to the thing. Okay, we pick up. Yeah, I want to pick like right up from the very last epilogue that we had, which was Tirlapath somewhere in the Outer Rim at a cantina, 2 bounty hunters who I have now cast as a Chiss named Mandel and a human Chiss male named Mandel and a human woman named Winnie Kessick. The 2 of them are looking for Princess Tirlapath. In the epilogue, I, in my head canon, correct me if I'm wrong, Adesh, it was like, hey, we're looking for this woman, and they have like a little puck and a hollow of lovely Princess Tirlapath in regalia and finery, but Tirlapath with hood, says the princess is dead and exits the cantina, leaving the 2 bounty hunters behind. And they look to each other, and Mandel says, better tell cause. And so she heads off to their ship to communicate with Cause Kingrave, maybe, or it could be some other cause. There could be other causes, but it's probably the one cause we care about the most. It's a true cause. It's like a rebel with a cause in a way. It's like what it is. Tirla, when you come out of the cantina, a speeder pulls up. I think it's like a dusky brown speeder. It looks a little beat up. The little windshield on the front of it is cracked and pitted, and there in the speeder is the Twi'lek Nabana. She has a like rifle stuck beside her, and it's like the barrel pointing up type thing, big blaster rifle, and in the back seat with her replete with her beautiful wooden prosthetic arm is Tassa Bray. And Tirla, as you are you is Tirla like a Dukes of Hazard jump into the thing, or do you still open the door, or does Nabana like kick the door open for you from her vantage point as the pilot?
Oh, I kicking the door open. That's so cool. I'm going to that with that.
Sweet. I like that option too. Thank you. Oh, someone has found the actual Yu Vong. Salvatore wrote that? Oh my gosh, crazy. Sorry, links in the chat. Cool. Nabana says, I hope you're liquored up because we're going after that hut. And then the stellar conflict, the words come up as the music plays, and we cut ahead to the speeder. Like the camera is as if the camera's trailed and is just now caught up. The speeder is now idling, and the three of you are on top of a building. And is it Tassa or Tierlu who has the like macro binoculars and is looking down on the slave auction that's taking place? So
I
who
think
do you
it's
think has
Tossa.
Tassa?
Yeah, yeah. So Toss is doing this, but she's reporting back everything she's seeing. She's like, I see this number of them, and there's so many there's so many slavers, and so many victims. Yeah.
And we see that there are some Nautilans and Twi'lek and Togruta, and they have chains around their necks, and they're in a string, and they're being taken up to like an auction area. There are a number of Gamorrean guards. You see that on a shoot, what were the things that the twin huts were on? What did they call that? A palanquin? It wasn't a palanquin. It was just like a platform that they were on in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's like
Such
a
wasted
they
opportunity with those
they call it like a sled, but it's like not a hover sled, but something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like a sled. I'm gonna like lean into the Book of Boba Fett because that imagery was pretty great. So there are a number of people who are like have lifted it up, and there's this hut. Nucho Gek is the hut's name, and Nucho Gek is attended by a pair of sorry, this is it was in Solo, a couple of decraniated, which are it's harsh. So if anyone wants to X card, we do have safety tools, but the decraniated were people who like the top half of their head is literally gone. They are full cyborg individuals. It is a horrific fate. So there are a couple of decraniated, one with a data pad holding it out as if they're reading it, but they literally don't have eyes. It's like everything is kind of cut off at the nose for this particular decraniated, and they are reading off in a very metallic sounding voice the names of people as they are brought up to the auction block. So, Tirla, by the way, because I have thrust you guys into a hard frame scene, feel free to Forge in the Dark style flashback to preparations that you may have made because you're all smart and Tirla happens to be a pretty good leader. So Tirla, what do you think the plan is? Do you have people, other folks from Neffel Station who have joined you, or is this the first move to build a new power base? What do you think the plan is here to break up this slave auction?
I think we have some of the balanced people with us who are like hidden in the crowd, maybe on some
Ooh, we have the like
side
Return of the
building.
Jedi moment where one of them like pulls down a little bit of their mask to show, oh, that's a friendly
Yeah.
face. Nice, I like it. I like it a lot. That's cool. People seated among the crowd, the Gamorreans, guards, and a few. Yeah, I think it's all like they don't use any droids here. The Nucho Gek does not like droids.
I love how subtle you are, Andesh.
That's great. That's great. So Nibbana, she pulls out a rifle and she says, I can shoot the hut, right? Pops out a
Sorry,
little
I
stand. I can shoot
I
the
didn't
hut,
catch.
right?
You can shoot the.
I can shoot the hut, right?
Okay. Yeah. Just make sure everyone's in position first. Tossa, what do you see?
I see that we have operatives in place. I think we need to get the escape, the escape route ready, and otherwise, I think we're ready to hit them. You're ready, Nibbana? Cisco, Cause, where are you? I'm on the comm.
Good question. Did you say, Tierla, you were one of the operatives in the crowd or no?
No, Tierla's up. Tierla and Tassa are
They're
up
all up
on a
top.
building overlooking this slave auction. And
Well, then-
Cincinnati and Cause, it sounds like Tassa's just reached out to you, which
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
definitely
I'll allow it. That's fine.
I'm definitely one of the operatives in the crowd. Like, and the reveal for me is like I'm wearing a similar like trench coat that I was wearing before, but now it looks like a little regal, I guess. It's a royal
Nice.
trench coat now.
An
And it's
extra
like
flap with some like baubles on it and stuff.
yeah, it has a fun, maybe like a little epaulette action and a high collar, and it's like the reveal is like me looking at the camera from over my shoulder, right? And I'm in the crowd, and I have my piece, and I'm like, other than the smell, it's hard to see down here. Is it too early to trigger a roll? Can I discern the realities around me?
I think you certainly can.
Okay.
And then we're going to pop to Cause. So go ahead and roll your dice, and we're going to pop to Cause. Cause, where are you set up? And who's flying the Duchess? Because I assume the Duchess is going to get these slaves out of here.
Yeah, for some reason, Kaz is behind the wheel of the Duchess. Sin just wandered out, and it was like somebody has to be here. So, Kaz, he's sitting behind the controls, just over like a dune nearby. He's fully geared out, like has all of his armor, gun strapped, and he's just like, remind me again why I'm in the cockpit. This isn't my job, I'm pretty sure.
I already told you, cause look, I'm trying to get my hands dirty a little bit more. I've been hiding in that cockpit for most of my life. I've told you this, man. Like, do you not listen? Do you not read my blog? Do you not read the emails I sent you?
You
Like,
send so many. I can only read so many notes. Most of these I put to Sadie to condense for me into bullet points. I don't need your life story
Oh.
every time you send a new message, Sin. I don't need that.
Is she the one that's
Anyways,
commenting? That's not even you. Listen, I just have a lot
you're
inside
Reagan, I
that I
can't.
need to
Signal's
get
going
out.
bad. I
Okay, let's keep the
Waiting
chatter
for the
to a
play.
minimum, guys. Yeah.
Nice. Then Tierla, I think Nabai's like, oh, this is a perfect shot. I got to take the shot. And I think Cincinnati should. What did you roll with this?
I've
lovely
rolled a
first?
14. And I believe in standard Dungeon World rules, that means I get 27 questions.
Thank God we're not playing standard Dungeon World, because it would be really weird in Star Wars.
So is
Now you do get extra questions because of who you are.
oh, that's true. That is true. And I think the real reason was that we didn't have an exit strategy. So
Mhm.
I'm in here to look for a stealthy way, maybe a stealthier way to get out. And that's why I'm here and causes driving. But yeah, I certainly have a bad feeling about this. Anywhere there's a hut near, you get bad feelings. So what is the best way in, out, or through out of here?
So the best way in, out, or through, where they are currently located, there are a few buildings. This is like a older marketplace. It's a black market located off of this spaceport, and you know that the security for the spaceport is paid to look the other way. The best way in, out, or through is where you are now is the best way in. Disguising yourself as buyers. You guys have already taken advantage of that. Best way out. I'm not going to give you the thing you've already done as your answer. I'm just saying you guys already had a great plan. I'm sure it was cheerless. Best way out is up. You see there are a lot of choke points that, other than the building where Tila and Tassa and Nabana are, there are other security guards that are keeping an eye on things. They just happen to be slightly below this one building. There are Gamorreans and other thugs that have been deposited to keep people kind of corralled.
Amateurs. They should have had people up top. Okay, I'm gonna use my points of preparation and have a flashback here.
Okay.
So and Dash, if you're cool with it, I think Bro and Sis had a scene where we met a contact who, in exchange for all of this information on how and when this auction was going to go down, also paid us to take out this hut, or like traded this information for a contract to take out this hut. Is everybody cool with being like assassins now? At least for this mission. If not,
For
okay.
this mission, sure.
Okay. So yeah, I like the thought of the fact that we have to take out this hut.
Okay.
And
so you have other questions to ask.
All right. So this looks low security. I definitely have a bad feeling about this. Is there a trap?
Oh, hey, you recognize little emitters around the sled. Nabana's shot is not going to hit this hut, and it's going to set everything off.
It's a good thing I have nimble fingers. Okay. And do I get these for free?
It sounds like you get them free of charge if you spend a minute. You roll advantage when acting on the answers, but it does not talk about rolling to get the answers. So I think you just get them.
Okay, as a GM, 2 of the following questions. That's where I got a bad feeling about this. Now for distant realities, or its analog, who or what is really in control here?
Nucho's in control of this situation. Everyone who's here, security-wise, is working at their behest. Yeah, Nucho's the top dog.
Cool. I have nimble fingers. I could possibly do some hacking, although that's not my favorite way to go about things. I think I would, in an analog way, would like to disable these emitters. And so to that end, what here is useful or valuable to me?
Well, you mentioned hacking, so I'll answer along those lines. I think that the decraniated have low security protocols and would be easy enough to hack, to slice into. Does that seem fair?
Oh, that's interesting. I like it. So I think my next move will be to like maybe there's some crates and there's a decraniated nearby, and I'm gonna try to do one of those where I'm like, and then like I like hide one of these decraniated with me like behind a crate, and then perhaps there's a tussle as I'm trying to hack them.
Oh, that sounds fun. I think grabbing a decraniated and pulling them into a little alleyway and trying to hack them, you get to roll with advantage because you're acting on one of your answers, but I think you need to defy danger. If this goes wrong.
Okay. Does this seem roguish enough for you that maybe it triggers tricks with a trade instead, or no?
I think, as I take a look at tricks of the trade to remind myself, pickpockets, cancel, disable security systems.
Oh, I mean,
I'm gonna say no. Oh,
okay,
it's weird. I'm saying the nope. No,
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
Jeez
no, I think
Louise.
no, it's too physical. You're like grabbing a person and waylaying them. So yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I
definitely.
think I hate when things get too fiscal. But I will say that you're never caught by surprise is a new move that I took. Shoot first. So whatever happens from now
Ooh.
on, for your FYI. Okay, cool. Let's roll Defy Danger.
Caught by surprise. That's wild. I like that. Defying danger. Which stat do you think is appropriate here?
Oh, sadly, maybe strength. I mean,
It feels
how
like you're
much are they
muscling
gonna
somebody
wrestle me?
down.
Huh?
Well, they are programmed to defend themselves.
To them
So I
defend
think yeah,
themselves.
let's
So
get some.
sadly, I think probably strength.
I love this. There's no trouble in that roll at all. You're fine. Everything's fine here.
How are you?
How are you?
Oh my geez. Okay.
Hello
It's a
there.
good thing I rolled with advantage. Okay, an 8.
Oh, an 8. So an 8 on Defy Danger means you can do it, but I'll present a lesser success, a cost, or a consequence. And again, you were looking to slice, right? Here is I'll give you a hard choice. Either this thing lets out a loud keening noise just before it's shut off, seems like not the best success, or it lets off a silent alarm.
Oh god, that is a tough choice. Okay. Yeah. Um okay. So like I wrestle him behind, the crates, and then we hear a tussle and then a thunk. And then we cut to the craniated is out. And I flip on his back. Is there a cannon where like his inputs are or no?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Here, I'm dropping in a link to a pic of a decraniated. Actually, I
I don't
think
know
that
why I
is
can't
from
remember
Solo.
them. I love that movie.
It's not like the camera
Oh,
focuses on them, but I saw it
oh.
and it kind of horrified me.
Yeah,
So I am
that is very horrifying.
visiting badness on you guys. So again, safety tools if it's too much.
Yeah, I'm for it. So far, so good. So maybe like the jacks are here in the temples. So I'm connected here. I'm on my data pad, and then I'm like, guys, the classic. I'm in the system, and then I flip them over, and then they have something on their chest that's like it's akin to like the Virgin alarm, but it's not. It doesn't say Virgin alarm, but it's on the chest, and I'm like, we might want to work fast.
Nice. Cool. So I just want to ask this question because we're doing a little bit of flashback stuff. Cincinnati, like you, Cisco, didn't say, "Hey, there are these emitters on Nucho's sled." Do you imagine that Cincinnati would have told the others, or was he just planning on taking it out, and this was part of that plan?
I think that was a preparation meeting. I think we got warned, like, hey, by the way, this is not what it appears to be. He will have these emitters up.
Okay.
And we got that intel at the meeting, and then we passed it on.
Okay, so then we'll pretend. So I don't have to retcon Nibbana saying she wants to take a shot. Tasa, you and Tirla were part of that briefing, and maybe Nibbana was driving. So she doesn't know that there is effectively a low grade shield around the sled that would prevent a pot shot she is about to take from being successful.
And I think Tasa will turn to Nibbana, and as she's raising the rifle, you can see the tension and the little trigger squeeze coming. And I put a hand on her shoulder and I say, "Wait for the signal. Don't do it too early. Wait for the signal."
She looks up at you with her young little eyes filled with hate for this hut slaver, and you recognize it. Like you feel that hate seething off of her, Tasa.
And I lean down and I tell her, "The hut is not the most important thing here. Those the hut is trying to sell are." And I think now's the time whenever everything's. I think this is the signal. I'm from that leaning position. I'm going to jump, and I'm going to force jump into the middle of them, right? And we're
Mhm.
going to see. We're going to start the whole mess.
Nice. Just so we're clear, you did not use a suggestion on Nabana
Oh,
to hang back or anything like that. You just
I,
offered her words of comfort and saying, "Hey, take it easy, focus on the right thing."
that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
We could turn that into a parlay or negotiate kind of thing if you'd like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's. I just want to see how she reacts
Yeah.
in that. So that would be a
I think
Richie's
I
jumping.
want to help there because I had a thing I wanted to say.
Oh,
Like
Oh, good.
after, just as Tossa is jumping, I lean over to Nabana and say, "Don't worry, you'll get your chance."
Oh, nice. That's a perfect help.
so that is. I think that's probably a negotiate for her trying to redirect her
Yeah.
towards this the people who need help. Yeah, the slaves. And help is 3d6, and I have 0 charisma, so I think it's 3d6. We good?
Sounds good.
Oh, that is a 6 total. Yeah.
Oh, it appears that you've earned an XP.
Oh, I have. Look at that.
Bravo. Good job. Good job. Nice. She nods curtly and then leans back over. She's going iron sights. Like this isn't a scope on this blaster rifle. And she's taking aim. She appears to be waiting. Tossa, you boom, land right in the middle of this area. And when you do, because you rolled a failure, now there's going to be a person with lightsabers there. That's not my problem. You rolled it. The dice have told me that there has to be somebody there. And I think, yeah, I think it's just going to be Vanagander because, it'd be great. So, yeah, you jump down and then shoo, we hear igniting of a red lightsaber, and he pulls his hood back. It's a dark hood. We see Vanagander, and he says, "I knew this would be irresistible to you."
And I kind of, roll, roll to a stop, and I look up, and I'm like, "Oh, you're here again. Great."
And their weapons are being brought up and they're starting to move around you. The Gamorreans are getting closer. They still haven't caught on to you, Cincinnati, as far as you know. You're not sure. Cause Kingrave, um, you catch a signal that's being emitted from that area because you're keeping eyes on things out. It looks like a signal, like a cry for help, perhaps, but
Mhm.
it's on a band. It's on a hut frequency that you've unfortunately come to know from time to time. So there's that.
Is there something in our ship? Do we have a way to jam signals? Is that maybe that's a specific system we don't have? Let's see. Assessment sensor, signature spoofing matrix. We have sensors and communication. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything that specifically says that it does it. So is that just something I can attempt to do? Perhaps send out a blast of, space jazz, also known as jizz, over the same frequency that the huts are using to jam the frequency.
I think you can. I'm just thinking about what is the best way for us to see if that happens. It could be just a maneuver that you're pulling off, trying to pull off a difficult maneuver, saying
Mhm.
how you deal with it and roll. And if you do it, it sounds like you're doing quick thinking here. So we'll say you're rolling with int. On 7 to 9, the maneuver will be close enough, but I'll offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or an ugly choice. And we have a clock called Defeat Nuchajek, and this will effectively be heading towards that, ticking off that clock.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm rolling plus int, which is just 1. So I'm jamming the signal 2d6 plus 1. Let's see what we get. Rolling hot, and by hot I mean okay. I got a 9.
Nice. So you throw out some beautiful jazz tunes. For some reason, I like mispronounce it whenever I say that.
It's weird. It's just it's a regionalism.
Yep, exactly. It's my accent.
Mhm.
From the South, and for some reason. Anyway, I'll stop before I go too far and realize I say something worse. So, you flood the zone, as it were, and we like go back to some little hutling who's like listening in, and then they throw the headset off. And
We're
it's
good,
the
guys.
so Cincinnati, you see that Tossa is now coming under fire, and Vanagander is looking around. I was going to duel her, you idiots. And then Tirla, you're up on the building when Naban is still like, now? Is it now? Do I go now?
We need the force field to be down. Where the hell is Sin? Or Kundal,
you
I
look
should
where he
call him
was. He's
Kundal.
gone. He's disappeared. So you've just been asked for it. All TV shows, when you say, where the hell is so-and-so, the immediate next scene is that person and showing what they're doing. So what is Cincinnati doing now that you've hacked this decraniated?
Was that hack enough to bring the force field down?
Yeah, you got a success.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, and just to review, Tossa was about to duel somebody, but then everybody started blasting, right? And that duel
Yes,
went to
blasting is about to happen. And roll a d6, Steven, as you get shot.
Okay. All right. I think of course, like, Sin is not there, right? We get the danger cam and then a close up, and then it's just the decraniated on the floor. I am like running through the crowd, which I'm guessing now that there's chaos now because we've had people drop in from the sky looking scary. Okay, yeah. I'm running through the crowd. My
Cloak
my
billowing
trench
behind
coat
you.
is bellowing, of course, and then Cause, I'm like on the headpiece. I'm like, you better be taking good care of my girl. And then Tirla, it's take the shot. We get one of those. And I'm running towards Tossa to provide assistance. Not that she needs it, but just in case.
Nice. So
Yeah, I tell it now.
nice. And she fires, and I do have a pic of Nucho, because that pic amuses me. Seems like a scumbucket of a slaver hut down on row 31 of the NPCs. She takes a shot, hits him. It's not a headshot because Nabana's never been trained on this stuff. She just likes the idea of doing all this, and he bellows out in pain, and things are getting crazy. Tossa, Vanagander, is gonna muscle in and try to take you out because other people are firing and messing up his whole thing.
So, yeah, I'm gonna take the hover sled that Nucho is on, and I'm gonna smash it into Vanagander.
Oh wow, a little telekinetic action.
That's
Sounds
right.
amazing. Sweet.
And if some other slavers or guards get in the way, that's completely fine. So let's see what that
Collateral
looks like.
damage. That's what they
Yeah.
do.
Okay. That is a 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. So what happens at first is that you lift the sled and Nucho rolls off the back of it and plops. A little dust comes up. And there's a little bit of resistance as you look, and Vanagander is trying to hold it back, but you push past it with your 12. And what happens?
I'm trying to look up. Oh, I was trying to look up. I think there's a tag for. I was trying to see if it's messy or something like that. But basically, I think that there's this pushback, and then it kind of tilts a little bit, and we see this whack. This fast movement, and Vanagander is hidden by the hollow sled, but we hear like this thud or this whack kind of noise as it goes by, and you don't see Vanagander anymore. Where is he gone? And
Nice.
Tassa heads over to where the slaves have been chained up and says, your new master awaits. And points them in the direction of the ship where Kaz is waiting. And then we have a brief flashback, and it's the discussion between Tassa and Nibbana. And Nibbana says, those that we are about to free will not be very receptive at first. It's going to be a shock to them. So you need to tell them that their new employer is waiting for them, and that will get them moving. And then we come back into the present, and we see the slaves kind of look in shock and then do what they're going to do. Yeah.
Cool. I like that. That pocket flashback is just painful enough that I am interested in them potentially heading towards the Duchess Gambit. Cause, are you on your way?
Oh yeah,
or-
Kaz is flying in. The signal's popping off, so he's gonna bring in the Duchess Gambit. As close to where to where the auction is happening, so that it's not difficult to get people on board, and maybe even cover if there's some sort of disruption from the sky.
Oh, there's got to be some disruption from the.
There doesn't
sky.
have to be, Rich. I mean, come on.
I mean, but we only have 2 ticks on the clock, so there is. Sweet. So you come down, and the slaves are moving quickly. There's a couple of them are holding the chains as they move. There are still Gamorreans here. Cincinnati. What are you doing here? As the slaves are now trying to board the Duchess Gambit. There are some Gamorreans that have closed around. Tassa Bray has gotten rid of the major threat at this moment. What are you doing?
Major threat. Yeah, I think I've run up next to Tassa, and she's giving instructions to the slaves, and then I'm doing the thing where it's like, okay, all right, we're moving, come on, and then I whip out my blaster, and I'm doing my signature shooting like this, and I'm providing cover
Awesome.
fire because I figured these guys are bastards.
It
And they
sounds
have
like you're
this-
trying to defend the slaves.
It sounds like I'm trying to defend the slaves, indeed.
Let's see you roll plus con.
All right. Does my discern realities apply here?
Probably
not,
How
right?
do you think it? Like, if you could tell me how you think it does, I'm willing to listen.
Well, it was on my I have a bad feeling about this. I saw where the guards were. So I mean
Okay,
I know where
go
the
for
guards
it.
are. Okay,
Let's
cool.
see you do it. Good luck defending.
All right, here we go.
You have a lovely con of
0.
0.
Okay. My con is like a hut.
Hmm.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, 11.
So lucky that you Dang, that is delightful. Now, you have 2 options here. If you want, you can mark off 2 on the Duchess on defeat not Nucho, and just take a mitigated defend of a 7 to 9 result, or you can take the full 12 plus result for defending, which is a hold 3 readiness.
This is how clocks work.
This is
Yeah,
how
let's.
we do clocks in Stellar Conflict.
I like it. I'm stealing it. Yeah, I'm gonna take the mid success, and we're gonna clickety
Okay.
clock some
So you get 2 ticks out of 6, and you now get 1 readiness. There are several, as New Cho is now fallen off the sled is not there. Several of the Gamorreans are closing on to intent to hurt because they figure if they take out the weakest link in the chain, then they won't be able to carry. So that's why they are attacking. What do you want to do with your readiness?
Remind me how readiness works again.
You bet. If you want to jump to the basic moves, it's under column A.
Okay.
You can suffer an attack's damage or effects instead of your ward, have an attack's effect or damage, draw all attention from your ward to
Oh, this is
yourself,
the
or
hold,
strike.
okay.
Yes, it's defend.
Sorry. Yeah, it's the hold for defend. So I have 1. I want to draw the attention to me. That's an option, right?
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. Please roll 2d6 as
Okay.
several Gamorreans are now firing at you instead of the slaves.
How much damage was it? You said 2d6?
2d6.
2d6. All
You
right.
get to apply any armor you have against each of the attacks.
Oh, okay. So 5 and 2 is a 4 and 1, so 5 damage.
Oof. So I think your beautiful cloak gets shot, a couple baubles come off.
Oh, not the trench coat. Dang it.
Cool. Tirla Path, Nabana's taken her shot. She's now firing at a number of the Gamorreans. What do you wish to do?
I think this is when I rise up, pull my blaster, and call out to because we have people out in the crowd and all that, death to slavers, and try to just get everyone going. So I'm going to try to do the inspiring individual, and I think Nobana is the one who's closest, so this is directed at her. But
Okay.
if I get a good result, I will.
Don't forget you're extremely inspiring. So
yeah, exactly. I have extremely inspiring, and I now also have inspire an army. So we'll see if that comes into play.
Oh wow, if you do, everybody could see or hear your inspiration is affected. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
I see, I just realized that I forgot to raise the stat from when I leveled up.
Well, you should do that.
You probably forgot to do it 2 or 3 times, I bet. You should probably
No, I think I've done it all the times before. But raising it's 18, that's a +3, right? Yeah. So
it is, yeah.
I'm still going for charisma.
I think 17 charisma seems telepathish.
Yeah. So that's a +2, and it's rolling and rolling, and nothing's happening. Can anyone else see?
I don't see the.
Yeah, it's not appeared on my side.
Okay, I'm reloading them. Stupid thing. 2 dice. This is 2. Typing. That's a 6.
Oh no!
That's a bad result.
Oh, I mean, is it? You get an XP, you know.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Can I aid? I'm down where the where the people we're saving are at.
You could possibly, Tassa. You could also possibly help.
So yeah, I think that Tassa stands up and picks up the call that Tirla had mentioned. Just stands up almost as if she's making herself a target and says, "Death to the slavers," and turns around and looks back, and we catch this picture of Nabana with the scope and this iron sights come down, and we see Tassa shouting back at Tirla.
Nice. That's amazing. Tierley, you get one more die
Ooh,
because you're rolling with advantage now. Oh, wait. Actually, didn't we? Yeah, that's fine. That is going to push to a success. But actually, helping isn't it a aid or interfere? Yeah, roll plus your bond from
Yeah.
Tassa just to see
oh, right. Right.
Yeah.
if you're
So
exposed to danger, retribution, or cost or not.
let me roll that.
Yeah.
So that's an 8, so I am exposed. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Roll a d6, Tassa Bray, as you are right in the sight, so you're not shot by Nabana. Of course, that would be terrible. But I think that a Gamorrean comes up with their little vibro axe, little big vibro axe, and hurts you.
Yeah, I got a 5, so that would push me to a 9.
Okay.
It's one short of the super thing, but still good enough. So
Sweet. So
inspiration still works, but you draw unwanted attention and put yourself in a spot. GM's choice.
oh man, that 10 would have finished out the clock, or you could have, but yeah, put you in a spot. GM's choice. I think. Yeah, here's what happens. Cause Cincinnati, you're not surprised by this. So cause you bring the Duchess Gambit down, you've dropped the gang play, people are coming on board, they're getting fired on, and you see there is something coming this way fast. A Oh shoot, Rich forgot the exact. It's like it's not an arc. Was it arc the arc 71s? I think the old starfighter from like Clone War period.
Mhm.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
arc 71 screeches overhead. This is just one of those like low rumble, and then the scream starts, similar to like an Andor when the TIE fighter comes overhead, and it drops a freaking proton torpedo on the building underneath you, Tirlapath. And that's what happens is everyone's inspired, right? And the fighting is happening. But yeah, Tirla, you get thrown into the crowd. There are people who move forward to try to catch you, but you're still going to take a d6 of damage as this tilt happens. Yeah, so
I roll a 4.
nice. That hurts. But
Yep.
a couple people pull and try to help lift you up, and they're pointing, get to the not chopper, get to the ship, get to the chopper. Sorry, I can't help myself. I'm very dumb and bad. So Tassa Bray, you put yourself in harm's way to take that. So I think people are shoving you along, and they're all headed towards the ship as this arc is coming back around for another shot. And this time, cause they missed the Duchess Gambit, but this arc is coming after you, and you're a sitting duck. What do you want to do about that, cause?
Yeah, I think from the cockpit, I don't think you control, much for guns or anything like that. I in my mind I have the ramp down, and Rosie's, at the ramp with a little blaster in one of her claws.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing defensive maneuvers, right? I think I'm kind of like,
Everyone, hurry, please. Please get on the ship or die.
perfect. I think while the Duchess is kind of hovering and letting folks run onto the ramp, it starts kind of going a little bit side to side, trying to juke the arc so it doesn't know where it's going.
Oh,
That's all I can think of.
Just juking the arc. Okay, sweet. Oh, wait, just so I'm clear, you're saying the Duchess is like everyone's has gotten on board and you're getting up in?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's so yeah, the Duchess is just a little bit just hovering and starting to, is it going to go left, is it going to go right, kind of seeing that they missed and hit a building. He's hoping, if he stays close enough, he can speed up pretty quickly and get out of the shot if they're coming on them.
So here's the thing, cause
Sure.
you can juke, but but basically you've got to cut it off. Everyone's not on board. So if you at this point like close it up, you've got maneuverability to try to get away from this arc 170, but you'll be leaving people behind. And by people, I mean Tyrla and Tassa.
So then here's the move. Here's the move. Kaz isn't going to do that. Kaz is going to, punch the stick forward or press a button or whatever that just holds it where it's at. And he's going to try and run to the gun as fast as possible and see if he can quick draw the arc 170, I guess, and shoot it before it blasts them.
Oh, so brave, so brave. So you're gonna defend the people, then, is what you're looking to do, right? Is that
That's what
right?
I'm looking to do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and have you roll the defend move.
Right.
You're just doing it through the ship, but I think that works for me.
2d6 plus 2 for my con.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
Ooh, beautiful. So that 12 will close out the clock of defeating Nucho. And you tell me what you're doing here in this defeat, in defending people.
Yeah, Kaz sprints down the ship, jumps into the BFG, like the big gun on the left on the port side of the ship, and lines up the shot. It's how fortuitous that it's just coming into the crosshairs. He doesn't even have to aim. He just smashes the lever forward, and it just dumps a big old shot straight at the arc, blowing it to hell. Clear, not even doesn't even get close to fire on another shot. And he gets on the comms. That thing's not coming around for another pass. Everybody needs to get on now.
Nice. Nucho is busy like wriggling away. Nabana was also on the building when it was blown out from underneath you, Tyrla. And Tyrla, you and Tassa and Cincinnati, all three of you now know, like, you've got to get on the Duchess Gambit to get out of here. But I think it's Tyrla. You see Nabana. She's picked up a vibro axe from one of the Gamorreans that's fallen down, and she's walking after the hut that's trying to wriggle his way and get out of here.
Yeah, well, the hut's gotta die, so I am fully sympathetic. I think yeah, I'm going with her. I'm seeing, since I didn't like all the fighting is going on. It's yeah. I'm going to try to catch up to her and go kill the hut with her.
Awesome. So she is stalking closer. She's pulled it up. She has to kind of leave it on her shoulder because it's freaking heavy. The thing's vibrating like crazy, so you can see her skin like vibrating as well. And then the hut is crawling and hears the sound of the vibroax, turns its eyes back fearfully, and then rolls over and raises his hand up, and this little stinger dart comes out and hits her, and boom, it just like drops her, and she falls to the ground. And he looks at you, Nucho, looks at you.
You saved me. So many credits for you.
No amount of credits is worth letting someone like you live. And I'm going to pick up the Vibrax and do something bad to him.
Awesome. That's fine. You do the thing. No die roll. Boom. And yeah, we don't, like, we cut away so that we don't hear, we just hear the slightly sickly, really cool sound mixed bit of a vibroax biting into the skull of a hut. and maybe a head roll because it's Star Wars. We occasionally see heads roll in Star Wars, but it's far enough away to where we don't see the gore so much. It's a very big head. Exactly. So, Tila, do you grab Nibbana to carry her back because she's KO'd?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys have cleared this out. You took out the ARC 170. Thanks for helping me remember that one. And you are able to take off with a gaggle of folks in chains that you have freed. We are right at time for a person who needed to leave. So what we will do is next week we'll pick up with XP. Cisco, did you have any quick wishes you wanted to throw out there?
No wishes, just quick stars. Rich, your notes are so good. And Dash, when you said rise up, you proverbially and like actually rose up, and I just love that.
Excellent. No wishes. Good. Okay. I'll let you go then, Cisco. We'll hit XP right at the top. That way you can go. Let's go around the horn. Any other wishes folks would like to throw out there? Thank you, Cisco. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Thank you all.
Wishes to throw out. No. I don't have any wishes. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this next little arc goes. I think this is a pretty bombastic start, so I'm very curious to see kind of where we roll. So
nice. Okay, excited about that. Stephen, what about you? Any wishes?
No, I can't really think of any. It's exciting to get the gang back together and get back to this. So yeah.
And then Adesh, any wishes from you?
I don't think so. I love a recurring villain, but we've already got some old an old favorite back. So yeah.
Oh, I will add in, since you mentioned that Vanagander, right, was just waylaid. He can come back.
Oh, he certainly can.
Good.
He is like Team Rocket, man. He just can't catch a break with you guys. He got whacked with a sled. He was ready for it. Somebody 12 plussed him. Okay, cool. Adesh, any stars you want to throw?
Yeah, super fun session. Loved having the clock and doing like the flashback prep thing. I think that's always good. Yeah, everyone leaning into the cool action.
Good. I agree. Steven, any stars you'd like to hand out?
I especially, so number one, I liked whenever Sin was hidden in the crowd. That was really good. And we saw the little, reveal like we saw in Return of the Jedi. I thought that was great. Or was that Empire? No, it's Return of the Jedi. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I like Tearless standing up and shouting, death to slavers. That was very evocative. Yeah.
I love that too. Cody, any stars left out there for you?
Yeah, just seconding the big star to Anders for Tear Path. That was awesome. That was so sick. And a huge star, I think, Rich, to you for hard framing this setup of like, hey, this is a wish that everybody had. In the last series that we didn't quite hit. So just getting it to us right at the beginning is like, let's make that happen. I just thought that was a great way to start the game with a bang. So yeah, big star there.
Excellent. Thank you. I love being back in the saddle with you guys. A little more stellar conflict for June is going to be fun. We'll see you all next week. Thanks again for playing, and thanks for everybody watching.